What's up, everybody? This is your guy Frost, and I'm back with more High Descent gameplay. It's been a minute, right? It's been a week. Haven't put up any videos, haven't really played on Wiltshire, and that's because I am no longer a member of the server. So today's video is actually going to feature Yorkshire Season 90, but I did want to talk about Wilt first. So a lot of people have been asking, like, hey, why'd you quit? Like, what the fuck? You sold your mercenaries, blah, 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 blah. The reason is simple. So I found out a week ago that the current top player on Wiltshire, Azrael, cheated. Uh, Now, how did he cheat? Simple. He rushed with 11 daily attacks. He has two multiple accounts, and he had them rush to buy level 20 with nine attacks, purchase buy level 20 mercenaries on them, raise them, to then sell them and recoup them on his own account. Now, again, why does this matter? Why is this problematic? The nature of HD and what makes the game so great is it's a series of cost benefit decisions that we make. And we get to see the results of our decisions as we go up or down in the standings. And so the cost benefit of Azrael's strategy is to go with the maximum amount of daily attacks he can go with reasonably to rush to buy level 20 to put himself in a higher position with regards to nobility points and overall rank. The downside to that is when you reach that final buy level, you are buying buy level 20 mercenaries at a later time. The mercenaries are lower level, harder to raise. You typically have to attack lower. You're proportionately weaker. He was able, by taking these multiple accounts and raising the buy level to 20 with nine attacks, raise them to about level 15 or so, and sold them. So he was able to effectively skip that entire transition. He was able to walk right into buy level 20, have one day where he struggled, and then another day where he picked up his own mercs from the merchant and just kept rolling as if he had nine attacks. So effectively, that put anyone that was competing against him roughly 1,000 points behind. Um, it's a weak move by a desperate player, a player I once respected, but right now, like, no respect whatsoever. Um, like I said, weak and desperate. This is a guy who's been playing this game for many years, someone who's won seasons, hopefully legitimately, and um, I would have expected more from them. But again, desperate times call for desperate measures. So if you're on Wiltshire and you went with nine attacks, especially, you got screwed. He played you, he played me, he played all of us. And I think it's important that everybody know that. I also think it's important to acknowledge that there was nothing in the game to um, hold him accountable to that. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is there was no explicit written rules, no updated code of conduct. And I can assure you, after discussing it with Shiny, that he is working on that. And that is something that will be laid out before the next season. So people will not be able to do this in the future. And yeah, just consider yourself lucky, man, and enjoy your tinfoil crown. Um, On to more important things, though. Yorkshire, season 90. You're thinking, well, Wilt has 144. Why does York only have 90? That's because York is a 90-day season. It is the original format of HD that we all played back in the early 2000s. And so I'm going to jump into the server now. It is the original server that HD was on. And before um, Wiltshire and Perthshire and other options were given to players. And so this is different than Wilt in a sense that you get to maximize all the armor, all the weapons, everything, all the mercenaries, and the strategy changes, right? Like on Wilt, it's very quick, it's very efficient, and that's only because you got 29 days in February, 30 days in April, 31 in May. Like you don't have a lot of time. And so unfortunately, I've seen a lot of conversation in the Discord about meta, anti-meta. The meta is probably not going to change for Wilt. But if you're looking for something where you can be a little more creative, you can definitely play York. The bi-level rush is a bit tedious, but when you get to the end, you get all sorts of super cool artwork like this and really fun mercenaries that I'm going to kind of go through with you before I start my attacks. So, um, The basis of my setup is still kind of a triangle, but it's a little bit different. So I'll pull up a summary view and show you. I'm running a defensive lord, so that's a swordsman, and I've got a juggernaut paired with it. Now, again, just for those who aren't familiar, the sword and axe tandem works really well because the juggernaut tends to counter a lot of opposing melee. It runs pretty high agility, it's got good defense, and it hits really hard for counter damage because the axes have so much of it. But they're extremely susceptible to whips. And so when I bring in a lord like this, it's going to help protect and complement the axe. Um, and also, the Juggernaut can perform well against this Lord's check, which is the Stavesman class. So it would be the hero for by level 65. And for whatever reason, if that didn't work, my defenders have two bodyguards. So Thwomp, Thwomp 2. These are just attacking gladiators, really focusing on damage and accuracy to start with some HP, a little bit of HP. I think I only have like 4 points in each. And then doing something a little funny with this one. I want to ensure that it's more agile than the warbows that I'm going to encounter, um, and with enough defense that it won't just get one shotted and killed. I want these gladiators to last. I don't want them to be glass cannons because if I don't apply anything to agility, any archer with like 400 accuracy is going to take it out. And it's not something I have to worry about quite yet, but down the line, it is something I will be watching for when I spy people. So we've got this sort of hybrid king going on here. So you can see he's got 468 agility. Um, and I'm trying to get enough accuracy that I can kill an offensive king. So I want the agility to obviously counter the accuracy, but just enough accuracy so that I'm not getting countered as well. So that's always a delicate balance. I think that's why hybrids tend to not work, especially at lower buy levels, especially on seasons like Wiltshire, or sorry, servers like Wiltshire. Um, Here's my king, my main king. Same idea, right? 512. There's about, I think offensive kings are right around that right now. I probably have to raise this today. And the accuracy is good, I think, to take out offensive kings too. And then I've got a warbow in the back, a traditional, sorry, something just fell. A traditional damage accuracy warbow, but I'm going to be adding one more mercenary to my army today, and that's going to be one that focuses on killing melee. So remember how I said I wanted um, this defense and agility to withstand bows? Well, I'm going to build a bow to try to knock those guys out. I just need to rank first. So in order to rank, I need to do my attacks. So let's get to them. Pull up the old registry here, see what we've got. So, actually, before I jump into an attack, let's just kind of recap what's gone on because I haven't shown you anything about my Yorkshire. So, I've got 72,000 nobility points. I need about 800 to rank. Very easy with 10 attacks. I should be able to do this in about, I mean, if I go really risky, maybe three. Um, but I'm buying an archer, so I'm not really tripping too much. I could probably do three, four. Daily salary, I think I put 1 point into it or something. I've got 6,000 by level 65. I'll be going with 8 mercenaries as of today. And after that, I'll be stacking on the attacks. Lost 7 offensives, not happy about it. I typically am like one loss out of every 100. So I've got to win about 200 in a row to get back to that point. I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately, but we'll see. So that's a recap of what I've done on York so far. I finished yesterday in 4th place. Wow, look at us. The Rad. Him and I have been having this really little mini battle here for 5th, 4th and 5th, I should say. And I had gained on him a little bit, and then I'd stumbled the last couple of days. Ivory kept beating me, and it looks like we tied yesterday. So shout out to you, man, fellow Canadian. Keep doing your thing. Love to see what you're doing. So the attacks, yes. I want to make sure that I am getting. See, look at this. Oh man. Look at the range, 290, and then my low end targets are 245. And as the season continues, like it's only going to get bigger and bigger that gap. So I'm just going to spy Grim Reaper here really quickly. He's got a big damage prince, but low accuracy. These minus signs mean he sold these mercs. So I'm thinking he hit by level 65 today, and he's making his move. He's got an anti-pal. This is a very mature bi-level 54 setup. Uh, I mean, it's tough. Can probably crash that melee really quickly, but he's got a really strong presence. There's a lot of princes available in the merchant, so um, sold under legitimate terms. But let's see here. What's he got? This is who's this? Sir Steve. So Sir Steve's got a Blade Master. He's got a Prince. I'm not worried about the Prince at 1,000 damage. I'm really not. The accuracy is really bad. Um, this could counter me. Eh. Battle Bow is could always be a problem, but I'm not too worried about that. The Slayer and this Viking though. Wonder if that's the Rad's Viking. That's a lot of agility, man. 509. Let's go with someone else before I come back to that. So Josher, he's got Prince, 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 Blade Master. It's a lot of defense. Look at that. 1503. A lot of, look at this. Bow, Viking. He's got a lot going on too. Hmm. That's not an easy one. I'm gonna hit him anyway. Whoops. There we go. So let's break this down here. So we've got good mix of green and black. The whole idea in this setup is that the two bodyguards have longevity and just chip away at you, that they are melee that are unlike typical attack melee where they don't just die off of one shot. And I've got the bow in the back as well. And these mounted to cause havoc. So see this script here. So we got a counter actually, which is kind of cool. It's not really what this is designed to do, but I think having a higher buy level allows me to do that because of the increased base stats. And this is what I'm looking for here. Counter, straight kill, 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 kill. All right. So that's good. We got a level up message here. 9 attacks to go. Wow, a lot of things going on. We've got a new club, a new axe, and this allocation here. So you can see I'm just trying to get my accuracy to probably about 350, 400 kind of range, and then I'll worry about the other areas. This gladiator, I actually started putting agility on. I'm going to focus on HP and agility for the next 5 levels. And again, I just don't want bows to just pick these things off easily. I want them to like actually absorb some hits and continue to put that pressure on my opponent's melee. So the Juggernaut, I'm going to also, you know what? 1914. I could roll a 1914 for another day. I'm going to do some agility here. We'll get that up to about 410. And then I'm just going to replace some things. Oops, I picked Balder. I don't need to do that. So, local molds. I try to name mercs after old players, try to trigger some memories, and pay some respect to players of the past. So, I actually need to upgrade a few pieces of armor. I have not been as attentive as I should be, but these pieces of armor are not useful because I'm not picking up any more melee. The last merc I'm getting is a bow. So, um, and I also need to grab a weapon for Swamp. 37, 9,100. Hey, can I afford that? Oh, I don't think so. I try jousting. Let's sell Minotaur first and see how close I am. So I'm gonna need, it's like 91, I think it was, right? With 2,000 gold. Hmm. I gotta sell the other weapon though, so I do get some for that. Let's try. Let's try jousting early. It's gonna, there, Avalon, my guy. Start. Right now. Wanna go too far. Oh, we're gonna get there. Oh, I could just leave it and sell it, but I'm a degenerate. I have to bet. Yeah, okay, fine. 83.75. And how much was this? This was 796. I think I'm like right on the money. Might pit a little bit. Let's do a couple little pits. I want those. I want that club. I was pitting the mount. I might not pit the mount anymore, but I think that will do it. 8,400. And then this is about 796, so 800. I think I'm going to be able to afford that club in so long as it's not been bought in the like, I don't know, 2 minutes I've been messing around here. So let's go to Thwomp and 9120, 9194. Perfect. We'll equip it right away. Let's just get a quick look at him here. So he's got, yeah, 1355. That's great. Just compare it overall to the other one, 1320. Yep, looks good. And yeah, all right, let's continue. Get to that next level. I can add a new bow, blading half piped. Got a prince, pitmaster, which will die to my lord. The anti-pal is very strong, but I've got 400 accuracy on my lord, and I've got about 450 on each gladiator. So I expect, and this stickmaster is going to die within the first like 20 lines, I think. So I feel good about this, and we'll attack you. Okay, so gladiator. I guess I lied about that like 20 line thing, hey? There it is, 932 for the Stickmaster. For 1,000 damage, holy smokes. Counter, counter. All right, great. Another level up message, which is just lovely. If I were nitpicking, I would probably just do regular attacks to level up and then save the retals for my new Merc. That's sort of a game mechanic thing that I'm doing wrong here. I'm just can't be bothered at the moment. All right, so 392 on that, and let's go back to the registry. The big hairy snake, one of the greatest names I've seen in recent memory. So we've got anti-pal again. We've got a battle bow, which is always a threat. We've got a counter prince, slayer, stake master. I think my gladiators are just gonna walk all over this guy. Uh, but we'll see. Just launch this battle here, and there we go. I ranked up and got a level up message. And like I said, my gladiators got 3 of the kills. My bow actually got 2, but they might be mop kills. Let's just see. Yeah, well, this is a mop kill. Counter. Oh, okay, I got a stick master with my bow. So I've got offense everywhere, right? Like these mounted are just meant to hold the fort down. And then I've got, well, I'll have 2 bows and I'll have 2 melees that attack. So it's a pretty unconventional setup. And again, goes back to what I was saying earlier in the video about like anti-meta stuff that's not just based on a typical triangle. Like, yes, there's still very much a triangle present, but I've built elements around it and configured it in a way that's different, that's unique. I think as you'll see, and I'm not going to steal any thunder here, Shiny, Donut, those guys are really going to talk to you about some exciting changes for Wiltshire next season that will hopefully allow us to do the same kind of thing in a smaller way for the smaller, faster season. So we've got a level up message for the king. We'll deal with that first and upgrade its armor as well because I didn't do that at level 15. And I'm going to leave 1 point hanging and allocate to mercenary slots. And I'm not going to be able to afford a bowman. I just realized that. Oh man. Oh shit. Okay. Well, um, that's okay. I will get it another day. Um, I really wanted that club, and that kind of messed me up. How much gold do I need? Yeah, about 10K. Yeah, that's not happening. That's okay. Um, I mean, I could probably sell my enhancements. I don't think I need my enhancements to beat. Like these are really, really strong. I could probably do that. Um, you know what? I am gonna do that. I don't think I need that much defense on my lord right now. I'm gonna do that right now. So we got arm, body, head. This is like really bad gold management. I should have had this thought out more, but it's York. I have not given it the attention or care that it deserves. So we're gonna sell off the enhancements. I want that bow. That experience is important for me. So do that. 10, 2, 1, 2. And I'll get the defense back. I can always pick up armor from the merchant. There's an abundance of armor really. So I'm not too concerned about that. Um, Sell these pieces. And I think that's exactly what I need to buy a bow. 10,090. Oh, I'm short 2 gold. So um oh man. Whoopsies. Let's do elephant. Right. And we'll pick up the war bow. Pew Pew 2. This is going to be my favorite one to raise. I might even pit this guy to get him caught up. Um, want its accuracy and speed to be really strong, but I also want it to have enough damage to take out a melee. So I just put the point into accuracy. This is my final setup. So I've got the two defenders, the Lord, the Juggernaut. I've got their bodyguards, Thwomp 1, Thwomp 2. I've got the kings covering the back door, and I've got two archers, one meant to break down giant walls like the Lord, and this one here to break down melee like this. And so when I'm allocating, I'm scaling the damage, accuracy, whatever on my offensive mercs to the defensive counterparts. So I'm scaling this thwomp to guys like Juggernauts, Lords, things like that. This bow as well. But then I'm scaling Pew Pew 2 to the defense and agility on Thwomp and Thwomp 2 because other people will have something similar. So that just helps me control how much I'm allocating. Let's do a full summary view here. So I've lost some defense here, 13, 17. I think that's still enough to be fine. Still sort of ahead of most when it comes to the bi-level game. And oh man, amateur mistake though, for real. Um, so yeah, let's get it done. This is the final setup. Again, accuracy, speed are going to be a big thing for Pew Pew 2. And it's going to be a lot of fun leveling it up. So let's get it done. The JMI here. He's had a hell of a season on Wilt. I've been working with him, and he's been climbing the ranks. Had a bit of a setback today, but it's all right, man. You got this. Just, you know, remember the stuff that we talked about. Remember how we're evaluating our attacks uh, and managing our risk. I like this here on York. Um, the anti-paladin could be a bit of a counter threat, but I'm okay taking that chance. I think I got him on a retail too, which is great. So we'll hit him. And I lost somebody. I lost Swamp 2. Okay, that's reasonable, right? That counter was I have more accuracy than he has agility, but for some reason these axemen are just really able to counter well. So 284 for my mercs. Got a level up message, of course. The Lord was very close, and I'm gonna put some more accuracy on this actually. I'll cap out at 60 points for a little bit and until I see what other people are doing with their melee. And level 19 Warbow, we're gonna get this damage up as well. Climb past 1100, which is great. Um, and then we went from level 1 to 5 in one battle, which is just like crazy. So that is 48 accuracy gained. And how many attacks we have left? 5? 6. Okay, so we got 6 left. Charity is a pretty straightforward one. They still got barbarians and captains and stuff. So like this should just be a lot of green and a lot of red dead. Charity mercs, retail as well, which is extra sweet. A little more black than I thought I'd see, but no problem there. You can see why I sold those enhancements, right? Like I don't need the defense on the Lord as of right now. Not efficient whatsoever, but I'm hoping to pick up those pieces back on sale at the merchant. If not, someone else's stuff's there. So 5 attacks remain. I'm just gonna fly through the rest of these. I kind of have my list figured out already. So Achilles here. So he's got a hybrid prince. He's got a weird hybrid prince with defense on it. The anti-pow, which could also counter, and the Slayer. Not too intimidated by this. I'm going to attack him and get hopefully more XP for my mercs. get myself stronger so I can attack some more difficult people towards the end. 258 plus 5% for retaliation. And we've got, yeah, a few things here going on. So the um, agility is going to go up on this king, sort of following the same allocation pattern as I did on the main. And we're going to keep stacking that accuracy on until it's at a point where it can make a difference, and then I'll speed it up. I don't want to sully my battle script with mercenaries that aren't going to do anything. I want to keep this bow as slow as I can. I say slow, even though it's got like 200 and what, 50 speed, 200 speed. But I do plan on adding speed to it. I do want it to play a factor in battle, just not yet with like set 800 damage and 380 accuracy. I want it to be more impactful, and that's when I'll speed up mercs. And that's how I typically operate with speed anyway. Anything with speed, like there's been a lot of discussion and debate as to if speed's good on mercs, and this goes for Wiltshire too. If my mercenary is not making an impact, I have no need to speed it up. I want to make sure that it's hitting first, and it's hitting hard. And then if I have some allocation to spare, then I can speed it up and it can hopefully improve my battles. So we got Mr. Gladiator here leveled up. I'm going to put some more agility on that. And again, 17.6 agility per level. This is just so much fun to play and allocate this many points and to crunch numbers that are this large and figure things out like this. It's a very different experience than Wiltshire. You're doing the same things essentially, but it just looks so different. Like you wouldn't catch me playing attack melee on Wilt unless it was to troll. But here, I'm actually playing this as if it's viable. So Ivory's got a tough anti-paladin, a blade master, which is a little challenging, but I think my melee cover that and cover that. The princes are a little tricky though, right? So we've got this horse with big accuracy, big damage. He's lucky. Pick this up off the merchant. Not too worried. This could counter me for sure. I think under 400 accuracy, I'm okay with. It's just this guy here with frig, man, 1100 damage and 447. Question becomes, can I break through this before this breaks through me? I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna hit Sir Steve instead, um, because maybe I'll get a level up that matters that will help me. So 265 for Steve, and we've got a little bit of action here with I'm gonna boost the HP. Want some survivability here. By level 65 is really just about survivability. Whose mercenaries can survive the most so that the um, intended setup can actually be maximized. So I'm gonna go with some more defense actually. My agility is pretty good. Like I'm in a good spot with that. 411 is pretty good. I got 1200. Not gonna upgrade my armor yet, actually. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow and before I start my attacks. I'll do that. So three attacks left. I do want to hit Ivory though. I'm not gonna lie. Just that mounted's really frustrating. 333 is less intimidating. Accuracy still tough. This though, oh man, 465 is a lot. It's a lot, man. But he's got the one melee, which I think I can just run over. All right. At least it'll be easy tomorrow because he'll have like brand new by level 65 mercs, which is great. So let's see if I can come out of this unscathed. Yeah. Ah, damn. Second to always works like that. The second to last line. This happens a lot to me. Um, damn, the anti-paladin countered my juggernaut. At least my mounted survived though. I was worried because I think the other mounted had like 300 HP left. So first 10 levels, just like that, level 10, like when you're rank 41 at attacking, like you're also able to level up quicker. So I'm just gonna smooth out the allocations on this between damage and accuracy. And we're looking pretty nice now. Got level 20 arrows, which on Wilt would be something huge to celebrate. Here, it's just another day. That okay. Wait, do I have? Oh man, I should have used this. It's okay. Should have used this earlier instead of selling my defense. I don't really need that damage to win battles. That's okay. Um, Pew pew. Let's see. What did I say? 2432. Perfect. And 1131. I still don't even have level 9 arrows on Pew Pew 2. I think it's time for me to put that on now, though. I think 44 damage is, or sorry, 52. They changed it. It used to be 44. But 52 will help a little bit. So 845, 413. Starting to get to that point where I can hit um, opponent's melee. So I'm really digging that. And Ivory, Chicken Eater. Chicken Eater's got a bunch of mounted. He's got Juggernaut. He's got King. See, so 479. I got my guys at about 500 agility, but my defense is low because I've got accuracy. He's got 300 agility on that. I've got about what is it, 370, 380 on my guy, like accuracy. So I'm hoping that I could reg hit this, but defend against that. 464, 1043, 1043. This is copy paste stuff. Copy paste, copy paste. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, well, I'm gonna give him a shot. My mounted will probably die, or at the very least be extremely tested. Um, my bows will probably die too, but you want to keep some sort of yield. So let's see what we've got. These things hold. Okay, so the weak king died on a counter. Fine. As I add more accuracy, that won't happen. Let's see. So I got him with my gladiator, which is what I wanted. Not bad. I can live with that. I can totally live with that. 306 with a retaliation. And and again, that's no joke. When you're looking at 300, like that's an extra 15 points. So, um, and then over 10 attacks, like it matters. The retaliations do matter. You're gonna get extra XP for your mercenaries, not nobility points, but XP for these guys to level up quicker. We're going to continue to go, I think, with some accuracy here. I'd like to get this to like about 500 or so before I consider speeding it up or putting on a little bit more damage. Like I might need about 1,000 damage, 500 accuracy, and then like 300 speed. Like I want it to be faster than these guys considerably. So if it's about 50% faster, it's about 300. That's sort of what I'm thinking of, depending on what I see in my spies again. So what did I say? I've got one attack left. Ivory has been a pain in the butt. Um, they have this really interesting combination of mercs that just scream trouble. Um, the variety of melee is not something that excites me, right? They've got the Rover, which is a knifeman, I believe, and then the sword and the anti-paladin. So it's a bit more diverse. The other option is just to go with someone safer, like a KC4J, and get full survival. But the difference is 50 points. This is quite a bit. I'm going to take Ivory and see how that goes. I always lose to Ivory. Like I think out of my 7 offensives, I lost 4 of them to Ivory. It's crazy. But that won't happen much more after today. Like I could very well have lost this battle right now. But no, well, we're good. Just lost the baby king again. So, but they'll have by level 65 mercs tomorrow, and I'll be feasting for a while. So Balder hit level 24. He has not had any problems. He's been really, really rock solid for me. So that's working out really well. The defense will go back up tomorrow. I'll scoop some stuff off the market, hopefully, and go from there. So that is it. I've got no attacks left. Let's just do a quick look at where I'm at. I did 2,811 points today. So I gained a bit on Ivory because they were raising new mercenaries, but you can see here it's a two and a half, I would say, horse race um, between Chicken Eater, Zeratul, and Ivory's hanging in there. Really, really tough. Good veteran player. Um, but I think they've hit by level 65 too late, to be honest. I think as the buy level 65 people have their setups, it's going to be there's going to be a lot of ground made up, and I've already started. So that is it. Thanks for your time. And if you liked York, let me know. And I can always come back with more stuff. And yeah, that's why I quit Wilt. This is my York account. This is how I'm playing, and probably gonna come back for Wilt 145. Haven't fully decided that yet. I just want to kind of see how this all plays out. So anyway, much love. Peace out, everybody, and I'll talk to you later.